Hey guys, it's BearInABackpack, and welcome to Valkyria Chronicles. Valkyria Chronicles is a really interesting game that I've had in my Steam library for quite a while now. I've started to play it before, but haven't really ever gotten around to finishing it. So, I was looking through my Steam library and came across it and figured, hey, why not play it on the channel? Then that way I can finish it, and you guys get to experience it right along with me. So we're going to start all the way from the beginning on this playthrough, and just to preface this, it is a very story-heavy game, so there's going to be a lot of cutscenes, and I'm going to try to be quiet during those, so you guys can experience it right along with me. However, when we get into the battle sections, don't worry, I'll be right there with you guys, playing it, having fun, making fun of some of the silly moments in the game. So yeah, so why don't we just jump right in? I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. It's a really cool game.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
Now we know a little bit of the history behind the war. The way the game's set up is really kind of interesting, so it's all based out of this history book, right? Now, each section, like each chapter, is split up into different subsections. So we'll rate this, we have 4 subsections. Now, the ones where it looks like there's a thumbnail, those are the cutscenes I was talking about, that drive the story along and help you meet new characters, explain what's going on, that kind of thing. Then the parts where it looks like it's an overhead map, so like section 3 in the bottom right over there, that is a battle segment, so that lets you know parts where you're going to be playing through the game and fighting with your characters. So, why don't we get right into the story, and soon enough we're going to be fighting a battle.
March, 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule. Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly. haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch. I'm Alicia. Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish, and,
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Thanks, fish.
A new episode has been added! I figured I'd voice that to make it more fun. There's a lot of, tooltips and stuff that come up, so I'm going to put, voices to them to make it more interesting, and that way, if you guys want to play through the game, you already have the knowledge. But mostly to make it more interesting. So, to part 2, the Imperial Attack.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old General's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh? I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there!
Come on! Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
A new episode has been added. Alright, we're probably just gonna let that one go. There's a lot of new episodes. It's gonna happen a lot, so let's leave that one. However, for these ones, let's see. Let's do an announcer voice about saving the game. Open the menu by pressing the F button. Then select Save to record your progress to the Steam Cloud and hard disk drive. Saving is a good idea before, during, and after any combat op. Anything can happen out there. Alright guys, our first combat mission. It'll be fun. Encounter at Brule.
Okay, here's the plan.
Alright, so this part isn't voice. Let's see. Let's go with a commanding, kind of like down deep spoken commander type. Alright, let's see. We've got to eliminate the Imperial scouts that are approaching Brule. We'll deploy from here and take out all 3 of them. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all the enemies. Let's take care of them one at a time, nice and easy. Alright, so we achieve victory if all enemies are defeated, but we lose if Welkin dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass. Alright.
Let's get started. Just stay calm and get it done.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp. Listen a second. There's something I should explain.
About CP, command points. When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here, you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy, then press space. Doing so uses up one of the command points displayed at the top of the screen. They reflect your ability as a commander, and represent the number of times you can give instructions to, i.e. control, your units per each player phase. In this battle, you have 3 CP, so you can issue instructions to your units up to 3 times. Let's try moving a unit now. Alright, so I get to pick. So yeah, this is a really interesting style of combat. So obviously you can look around the whole map and it's turn-based, so it's our turn, then the enemy's turn, etc., etc. But unlike most turn-based, when you move your characters, it's not just you moving, the enemy's completely ignorant of where you're at. If you move in front of enemies that see you, they'll start firing at you in real time, and you'll be taking damage as long as you're moving in front of an enemy that can shoot back at you. However, when you go into targeting mode or into the menu, this will stop. But because of this kind of real-time aspect to it, it does force you to be a little more aware of your surroundings and have to think and try and figure out a strategy a lot quicker, which adds a little bit of stress to the game and makes it a lot more fun. So let's go ahead and start with Welkin.
Ready to go.
About AP. Use CP to select a unit in command mode, and you'll be plunged into action mode. Here, you can freely move the unit selected around the field. As you move in action mode, the action points gauge at the bottom of the screen will gradually deplete. This represents that unit's mobility. Once it reaches 0, the unit will be unable to move any further. Keeping an eye on the unit's remaining AP while they are in motion is critical to keeping them safe. Yeah, look at that guy. He's not even paying attention to me. It should be easy to take him out. For now, use the W, S, A, and D keys to move the unit near the sandbags. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, my AP is depleting at the bottom. About attacking. Press the E button to enter target mode. There, the unit will prepare to attack with their currently selected weapon. Use the W, S, A, and D keys to move the crosshair onto an enemy, or the Q and E buttons to snap between targets. Enemies will not attack while you are in target mode, so take your time to aim well before pressing space to fire. Your shots will land somewhere within the circle surrounding the crosshairs, so it's best to center it on the entire target. Shots to the head or other weak points will result in greater damage. A unit can only attack from target mode up to once per action, so choose wisely before you open fire. If the target survives your attack, they may then launch a counterattack. A damaged unit may not have the HP, hit points, to survive the enemy's counter, so be careful when planning your attack. Alright, well luckily this guy's not even paying attention, so we're going to aim right for his head. Yeah, good for you, Welkin. 1 scout down, 2 Imperial scouts left. About ending actions. A unit with 0 remaining AP that has already performed an attack in target mode is unable to attack further. Press escape and end their current action. This will return you to command mode, where you will be able to select the next unit you wish to direct. You can press escape and end a unit's action even if they have not attacked and still have AP. However, with Welkin here, what we're going to do, since he still has a lot of AP left, we're going to try and get him as close to the other 2 as possible. So if you notice, if you see those arcing lines towards me, those yellow ones, I'll explain those in just a second after this cover thing. About using cover. When standing near sandbags, the command crouch will appear. Press space to take cover behind them. While hiding behind cover, units are harder to target, take less damage, and are immune to headshots and critical damage. Meanwhile, units caught out in the open by enemy attacks will be easier to hit, and could take significantly more damage. Advance carefully, moving from cover to cover, and always try to end your actions safely hidden from harm. Doing so should keep your troops alive long enough to secure victory for Gallia. So yeah, so as I was saying, if you see those yellow, like, arcing bars, so what those mean is that that's the enemy's sight lines, see? So when they turn red, that means they can see you and they can fire at you. When they're yellow, they see you, but they can't quite shoot at you yet. So as long as I stay out of that, I'm safe. As long as they don't move any closer on their turn. So since I'm basically out of AP, I think I'm going to stop here with Welkin. And then we're going to switch over to Alicia and bring her all the way over here and have her take a shot. The music in this game is really, really good. It does really well to convey the emotions of the game, and it really fits the action segments like this. It's really good to listen to. Plus, again, if I can just take a moment to point out, so if you notice, everything looks like it's hand-drawn. So obviously everything's rendered in 3D, but then there's an overlay, like a hand-sketch crosshatch pattern, to make it look like it's, well, hand-drawn. And you can even see at the periphery of the actual, like, screen, it kind of fades into, like, black and white, like, kind of written on a page look. I love it. It's a really cool aesthetic, and I'm glad they took advantage of it. It really ties together well with everything. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy. Aim for the head. Fire! Oh, man, first 2 shots. Man, Alicia's a damn good shot. Good for her. Nice. Alright, not too bad. We're going to get a little closer, and we're going to end our turn. So now, I could go ahead and grab our Town Watchman. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Alicia again. Now, if you notice, her AP bar, the orange bar at the bottom right, is depleted. Now, if I go to the Watchman, his is completely full. That's because I haven't used him yet. At least this round. Now, if I use Alicia again, she's going to start with less AP. Now, this is to make sure you don't use the same person over and over and over again without any penalty. So, we're going to pick her, and even with the depleted AP, we should have more than enough to get close enough to him to take a couple shots and take him out. I am taking damage, though. We're going to try and get as close as we can. Took a couple more shots there, but that's okay. Yeah. 3rd Imperial Scout down. All of them down. Operation complete!
I don't see any more of them.
Alright, Encounter Brule. Combat report, A rank. Not bad. We did pretty good on that one. But this is obviously being like the tutorial section is pretty dang easy. It gets way harder from here. Way harder. Well, might as well keep on going. Try and push the Imperials out of Brule. Alright guys, well I think that's actually a pretty good spot to stop for today. We managed to learn a lot about our characters and learn a little bit more about the war going on and got our first taste of combat. So on the next episode, we're going to go watch part 4 of the prologue. A Hilltop Promise. See you guys then.